let's make this high protein and low carb pizza. We're gonna start with 4 egg whites and we're gonna whip them. But first we're gonna add some arrowroot. You can also use cornstarch. We're gonna use 2 teaspoons. Make sure you have your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And this recipe is great for anybody that is trying to cut down on carbs and you want a guiltless pizza recipe. Next, we're gonna start whipping our egg whites, and this is gonna take a couple of minutes, but you wanna whip until your egg whites become fluffy and frothy. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more recipes. You don't want to over whip, so once it becomes frothy, you want to go ahead and remove it from your mixer. And this is going to be our pizza crust. So this clay plate is actually for baking bread, but don't judge me, that's all I have right now. So I'm going to use some olive oil and spread it along the plate to make sure that my crust doesn't stick. I would recommend you use parchment paper, but I'm out right now, so I still want to eat my pizza, so this is what I'm using. And now it's time to spread our crust. I know that this looks crazy, but trust me, it's gonna turn into a pizza crust. And now we're gonna spread it out into a circle shape. I wanna spread it as thin as possible because I like the thin crust, but you could keep it thick if you like a thicker crust. And now you just wanna shape it up until you're happy with your shape. I wanna round it out as much as possible so it looks like a real pizza. I didn't add any seasoning to my egg whites. It's just egg whites and arrowroot. And the reason for this is because all the flavor is gonna be in the marinara sauce and the cheese. If you add some garlic powder, salt, all of that, you might find that it's a little bit overpowering. So I do recommend just plain crust and add all your flavors in the toppings. We have our oven preheated at 400 and we're going to place it in there for a couple of minutes until the outside becomes a yellow golden color. Depends on your oven. For me, it took about 15 minutes to reach this color, and now we're going to flip it. So we just flipped our crust and we are going to bake it for another 10 minutes. And this is the result. We're going to go ahead and add our marinara sauce. I'm using tomato basil. I like a lot of sauce, but you can go with a little bit less. And I want to cover the crust and cover every inch of this pizza crust with sauce. Now for the best part, we're going to add our cheese. I'm using a pizza blend. You could get these at ShopRite, Whole Foods, any supermarket by you. And I'm going to cover every inch of this pizza with some cheese. Okay, so let me tell you, you need this pizza seasoning. This is called pizza seasoning and it's by Williams-Sonoma and it tastes so good. So I'm just gonna cover this pizza with some pizza seasoning too. And now we're gonna pop this into the oven until our cheese is melted. There is no exact time for baking this recipe. It really just depends on your oven, but this is what you want your pizza to look like. And now we're gonna cut it up and I'm gonna eat this for dinner. The beautiful thing about this recipe is that you don't have to feel guilty if you wanna eat the whole pie. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please share this with somebody that might want to try out this recipe and let me know what you guys think in the comments.